All right, Capricorn, December 2021. I see right now, currently you are feeling conflicted and stressed by some sort of authority. And that it's keeping you up at night. Or that song, I Fight Authority, Authority Always Wins, comes to mind, where you feel like traditional expectations of you, dogma, rules, the way we do things here, the way we do things in a particular community or sect or organization, stresses you out. That it isn't something that you're taking lightly. And you may feel like you can't live up to what is expected of you from this entity. Or maybe it's a father figure in your family. Maybe he's telling you how it is, how you need to be in this situation. And you are thinking that you really don't think the same way or don't feel the same way about it. And it's bothering you because maybe you want to learn, but it also could be that you are at school, you are learning something, and it's stressing you out. Tests are stressing you out. Something that is a place where you go for knowledge and to do things a certain way. There are traditional sets of rules. You're either having trouble learning those rules or having trouble abiding them. Or just the way that they do things, their traditions, their structures. Having trouble at a new job, possibly a new place of employment. Maybe a boss is a little bit, you're just taking it a little bit to heart. It's really keeping you up at night. You're not really sure what to do, and you feeling pretty heartbroken about the situation and very stressed out. In the past, there may have been some communication that was maybe slightly abrasive, or you took action on something that needed immediate, in your mind there was an urgency to it, and you rushed into something, maybe not having all of the information, that you needed. And that could very well be what is stressing you out. Or maybe you rushed into something and got yourself involved in some kind of situation where you are learning a traditional set of values and operations, and it is overwhelming you. I see that you are consciously aware that you are going through a great rebirth, that you are awakening to a higher understanding of something about this situation, and that you are or must make a decision. You are coming to making a big revelatory decision, because you have information now that you didn't at that time, and you are taking that information and it is changing you internally. Your beliefs are changing. What you don't see from this situation, or what you are not consciously aware of, is that deep down you are driven by love. A choice to balance two energies, to two hearts joining together and being recognized as a universe, as a separate entity, all their own. So through this revelation, you and this rebirth and this decision you must make, you're being driven by love and understanding and compassion and the harmony of blending two energies, the pair. So you may have done something because you wanted love and you thought that that was the way to the finish line. You may be doing this, whatever this is, because you love somebody and you want to show them that you love them. But you are bringing love to the table regardless of whether it is a relationship, a physical relationship in your life or not. Or you are bringing a harmony to the situation from deep in your heart, deep in your subconscious. You are going to make a decision that is best for everybody involved. It very well could be that some of you are very stressed out about the traditions of someone else in your life and what is to be expected of you in terms of someone's family that you love. You know, their cultural and traditional ways of doing things may be stressing you out because you so very much want to be loved and share your love. I see in the future, after having quite a difficult time with this situation, whether it be trouble at school, dealing with school, trouble at work, this very well could be a therapist as well, maybe, but I see more of an authority. So it could be a health authority dealing with your internal world, and maybe having battled through depression, and then realizing that you need to make a decision and really change, really have a total rebirth, and you're ready for it. You're ready for this phase of your life to be over. And you're coming at it with love. And you're a little, weary because you've been through so much. And you're tired of having to defend yourself. And you're tired of constantly dealing with one struggle after the other. And you're exhausted. And you may be not all there. You might have lost a little along the way. But if you were to look at the wand in your hand and this card, you've made some space. So you've almost blocked yourself from moving forward to a finishing. You're almost at the end of a cycle. You have just a few more steps to finish this cycle that has been so exhausting, and like you're literally at your wit's end. You're like, when will it end? You're there. You've made room for yourself to walk through these rods, these burdens, these scars. You're getting through all of these challenges. And you're not ready to put down your guard yet. You're like, oh my gosh, is someone coming? Someone coming around the corner to get me again? After all this. But the rest of the outcome is just absolutely beautiful. But to be continued. So what your advice is to pay attention to what you're not seeing right now. You feel like you are a little bored, maybe, with the way things have been going. Maybe you're dissatisfied to the point where you're just completely, what's the word? It's evading me right now. Indifferent. But there is something coming in that could be a gift from the universe. You may see it. You may choose to not accept it. But your advice is to consider it. And pay attention. You're being seen as somebody who is very compassionate and who truly cares about others, and is very touch with her emotional needs. And in terms of what you're hoping for, you're hoping to be able to choose and to create a harmonic balance from your choices that would be blessed by the universe, and potentially, if this is a love situation, you are hoping to be seen for who you really are, and maybe to choose somebody who is very wise and understands you at a core level. But you're making a choice that is rational. You're hoping to make a choice that is rational, that fits, that's practical for your life as much as it is from the heart. You're being seen as emotional, but you're hoping to be more rational at this time. And I think you find an interesting balance in your outcome. I see, after quite a difficult period of many challenges, as a lot of us have faced more recently, that you have a very clear idea come to you of exactly what you want, and you communicate that in the best way you can. And because you do that, and because you finally know how you operate and what you've been through and how that affected you in this situation, you have a victorious gift from the universe, a doubly wonderful gift that is almost an epiphany, a download from the universe in your mind, that you mentally start to build something that you take and physically manifest into the tangible world. So this is something that you are starting in your creative mind and bringing out and holding in your hands in some way or form. This could be thoughts that become a seed which you plant in one way or another, metaphorically. And you may not know everything about these two seeds that you've finally got and you're going to put in the ground and see if they pop up. I think that you're approaching it in the end more logically and physically. What makes me feel doesn't apply here? I feel you are walking away from what doesn't emotionally serve you, because you know that if it's the emotional serving that we're talking about, that if it doesn't light you up in other ways too, that there needs to be a balance, and you need to be emotionally satisfied. Your advice is to potentially accept an offer, or to pay attention and not be so bored, or maybe consider other options. And the universe gives you a gift, and everyone sees you as this gifted, love-gifted woman. And you hope that to be rational and to make the choice from the heart as well as the mind, and to be wise in your choice. You're really hoping for love, and it could be with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person, signed person, but that's not really that important. This is somebody who's very intellectual, who is logical, more logical than anything else. Their mind is very rational. And sometimes love comes in that kind of shape. Sometimes it's different than what we expected, and it's the biggest, beautiful surprise you could ever imagine. And I feel like you've walked away from what doesn't emotionally serve you in the past, and you're accepting this bright, new, beautiful, it's just like a huge new beginning for you in terms of how you're thinking, what you're doing, how you're communicating. And you're letting your guard down maybe a little bit on the past, and you're just about to complete a cycle and start anew, completely over. It's going to be great. Capricorn, I'm so happy for you. Have a good December.